Okay, next exercise is dividing the site. This website only has a homepage. Our job is to add the following three files. So we've been working so far with single page web pages or websites, single page websites, and now we're going to build out websites that have multiple pages. Okay, so to this homepage, we're going to add two more HTML web pages. We're going to add compile.html and scripting.html. We're also going to add an external style sheet called style CSS. So these are the three file names we need to use for this exercise. We're going to make sure that every HTML page has a title and that the style sheet is linked. In the home page, we're going to add a link to scripting.html, just like as shown for compile.html. So there's an example below that illustrates this. And we're going to add a link back to the home page at the bottom of compiled.html and scripting.html. So basically, we want all of these pages to be linked together so we can navigate through the web page in an easy manner. Okay, we're going to use the following styles. Body should have the font family of Arial. The list item should be 18 pixels and the links should be light sea green. So our home page is going to look like this. So we're going to add the links to the other pages at the bottom. All right, if I lost you there, just follow me in the coding part. I think it'll make a lot more sense. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so when we run this right now, all we have is just the home page. We need to work on the other two pages. So let's add those over in our file pane. We'll create a new file for compiled.html. Okay, be careful with the characters. This needs to be a dot. Okay, we will add a new file for scripting.html, and then finally that style sheet. So we're going to call it style.css. Okay, nice work. All right, so we got all of our files. Now we're ready to start putting in the information we need. Okay, so first thing we want to do is work on this link on the homepage. Right now, we can only click to go over to compiled, but scripting is not a link. We want this to be a link to the new page we just made. So we're going to add in our anchor tag to link that. And remember, this needs to be kind of sandwiched the text itself. So we need to move that closing tag over. And now our scripting link is working. Okay, I'm going to now show you how to link again your homepage to your style sheet. So we need the link tag. Remember, there's a few attributes we need to have. So the first one is rel. This is set to style sheet. The type attribute is set to text /CSS. And then finally, the href attribute is set to the name of your file. Okay, this is a one-sided tag. It does not have a matching closing tag, so just slash and close it. All right, so our style sheet is officially linked, our home page is officially linked to our style sheet, vice versa, and we can save this. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, we also want to use the following styles. Let's go over to our style sheet and let's add in the rules that we need. Okay, so we need a body rule that's going to set the font family to Arial. We want the list item rule to be setting the font size to 18 pixels, and then our links should all be light sea green. Okay, let's run that on the home page and see if it's working. Okay, looks good. Our body text is in Arial and our links have turned green. We also have an 18 pixel list item font size. Okay, so what's next is basically working on the scripting and the compiled homepage. I will work on the first page that we see here compiled, and then I'll leave it up to you to finish up with scripting. Okay, so in the compiled page, we need to, of course, set it up from scratch. So we need to start with our doc type. Remember, this is the first tag you have in any page, and the HTML opening and closing, as well as the head and body. Okay, this is the basic structure of any HTML page. We covered this way back in HTML. Since we're starting from scratch, we're gonna have to plug this in ourselves. Okay, first thing we wanna do before we forget is, we need to add a title. Every page should have a title. So I will call this compiled languages, since this is gonna be compiled programming languages. And we wanna also link it to our style sheet. So it's gonna be the same exact thing that we basically had in our homepage. And then finally, the href attribute is going to be set to the style sheet name. Slash and close. All right, in the body of our compiled page, we want this list of all of the compiled languages. All right, so this is an unordered list. So if you can remember back from HTML, that will be the UL tag. And then the list items are all in LI tags. So the first language is Java, C. Okay, all of these are computer languages, but we're putting them in their own list item. And then finally, C#. Okay, we want to add a link to the homepage down at the bottom, so we'll add in an anchor tag to the homepage, and it'll say home. Okay, so if we save this and run it, we should be able to go over to compiled and then see all of our compiled programming languages. Okay, notice that the rules in style CSS are also applying to this unordered list, as well as the A anchor tag here at the bottom. So it's in that light green color. All right, so that's the beauty of having this external style sheet. You can use it to style multiple pages across the site without having to repeat the rules in every single HTML page individually. All right, so that wraps up compiled. What's going to be left is basically working on the scripting page. You're going to do the same thing we did here, setting up the page from scratch with the doc type, HTML, head and body. You're going to add a title and link it to the style sheet. In the body, it's essentially going to be the same setup. Okay, the only thing that's going to be different is your unordered list is going to be a list of these scripting languages, all right? You're still going to need that anchor tag that links back to the homepage, and you're going to put that all in scripting HTML. Okay, so that wraps up exercise 2.5, dividing the site. All right. I hope that after completing this, you understand the power of having an external style sheet. Okay, so it's just one link tag that links the style sheet to any page in your website. So there's no need to repeat yourself over and over in every HTML page. Okay, that wraps this up. If there's any questions, let me know. You guys are doing great. Keep it up.